Welcome to Hidden Gems of Nature. Today we're going to take a quick look at some of the water filters that are out there for backpacking, kayaking, and other outdoor activities. Join us as we compare some of the advantages that come with each of those water filters. We'll start with the Sawyer, and it's probably the simplest and easiest to use of all the filtration systems. It's compact, it's light, it filters clear water extremely well. It even filters the silty water, especially if you know how to hang the bag. The only downside I've ever had to this filter is that sometimes it's difficult to get the flow started on it, but once you get the flow started, there's just a couple of little tricks to it. It flows really fast. You do have to keep it out of freezing weather. It will damage your filter. The Sawyer comes in a couple of different styles. I typically use the large one. I do use the small squeeze or mini filter as well. That's a great system as well. A lot of people I've talked to, they prefer the squeeze over all of the three systems that Sawyer offers. So in summary, the Sawyer is very simple and easy to use. It's compact, it's light, handles clear water exceptionally. Silty water, you have to modify it just slightly. And sometimes it's difficult to start the flow and you gotta keep it out of freezing weather. Great filter. The Katadyn is probably one of the sturdiest filters I've ever had. I actually bought it when it was a Pure back in the 1990s and literally have had it for almost 30 years. The casing on it is great. All I've done is replace the filter cartridges. It's a very fast filter. In fact, I think it's the fastest of all the filters because it pumps water as you lift and push down the pump. It also fits on the Nalgene bottle narrow neck and wide mouth very easily. It made it very easy to fill those bottles. However, I only like this one with clear water. It clogs too easy with dirty water. In summary, the Katadyn is very fast. The filter cartridge is easy to replace and it fits very snugly on the Nalgene bottles, both narrow and broad mouth. But I only like to use it in clear water. The MSR is the next filter. This is also a very good filter with a filter cartridge that lasts for a long time. It's a porcelain filter cartridge and can be cleaned in the field. In fact, the biggest advantage to this MSR filter is when I'm in silty water. I love this filter for river trips, especially the San Juan River in southern Utah, or if I'm on the Colorado River, or if I'm on the Gila River in Arizona. All those are very silty rivers, and it's easy to fill up my bottles and take out the filter, clean it, and go back to filling up bottles again. So great filter to easily clean in silty water sources. It also screws directly onto the wide mouth Nalgene bottle. In summary, I like the MSR for silty waters because it's easy to clean in the field, and I like it because it screws directly onto the wide mouth Nalgene bottle, but it is a slower pump than the other pumps. One thing I do with the Katadyn and the MSR filters is that I take a coffee filter and I wrap it around the intake with a twisty tie and stick it in the water, and it prevents large particles from getting into my filter and helps preserve the life of my filter. This has been great for my filters over the years, especially in the dirty pools. I also have a little bit of use on the LIFESTRAW. I only use the LIFESTRAW for day hiking, for a backup or emergency. I have one in my vehicles as an emergency water filter, so I don't use it a lot for backpacking, but it's lightweight, simple and easy to use, and easy to store. This last water filter, I don't even know how to pronounce. I also use this filter just as a backup or in my car. In fact, my truck has one of these things, and I know a lot of people that use these when they travel overseas in third world countries because it filters the water so easily and it's handy to carry around. It is not light, but it sure is handy as a water bottle and filter. I hope this video has helped you. If you have any questions about these filters, feel free to ask them in the comments section, or if you have any additional ideas or thoughts about the filters, I'd love to hear them. Thanks for joining us at Hidden Gems of Nature.